I hope the wireless microphone helps with the wind noise today. If not, this won't get published. But anyway, people keep asking me about my slip lead harness. Where do I get a slip lead harness? Well, you don't. You get a slip lead. This is a slip lead. A slip lead goes around the neck and it constricts. Goes around the neck and constricts, just like that. It has endless constriction. So if you're unskilled or you have a very untrained dog or a very young dog, you don't want to put this on your dog because you're going to choke it and scare it. So the way you put it on so that it doesn't choke and scare, see if I can get Sunday to come over. Sunday, come. Good. Good, come. He was the hardest dog in the world to catch, so I taught him to put his head through the loop for a treat. So I put it over his head, lift up his front leg, put his leg through it, and then cinch it down right up here on his shoulders. That way there's absolutely no way I can choke him. See, it's not around his neck. It's underneath this left front leg and behind the right shoulder. This is how you use a slip lead on an untrained dog that doesn't understand totally pressure and release, or if you're an unskilled handler that's never used a slip lead before, or you have a puppy. You definitely don't want to use a slip lead on a puppy unless you put it in a harness. I find this the most effective way to train a dog. Now, you need a thin slip lead, not a big, heavy, thick, stiff slip lead. It has to be really thin and it has to be really supple. So I'll show you once again, if you'll stick around. Okay, if it was like this around the neck, that's a regular slip lead. And that can choke the dog if you don't know what you're doing. Or if your dog is untrained. I train them fully the other way before we go to this way. Okay, so now it's in the regular slip lead mode. I'm going to take his left front leg, put it through, and then I'm going to cinch it down, not tight. I want to be able to get all 4 fingers underneath it because otherwise he's never going to feel the release of pressure. So I hope that makes sense to you. Now, today we were going to work on some automatic sits. So I put my dogs away and I'm going to try to do this. Now my criteria, and look I don't train all my dogs to do this stuff, but this dog, he just needs, he's a hard nut to crack. So the more training he can get, because he has a very strong and independent mind and a strong, look at him watch that airplane. He's watching an airplane. He is so environmentally attuned and focused that the owners have had a hard time getting through to him. So I'm overtraining this dog so that he will, just be better for them, even if they never use any of these skills. But notice I've taught him to stick close by, not move. I don't train an automatic sit on my dogs, except for Nikita knows it, but I haven't needed it. Okay, so my criteria is when I move, he moves. When I stop, he stops. If he does, there we go. And there's that automatic sit. Give him a little scratch. Now, he looked around and he faded off, so I gave him a little correction. Good. And once in a blue moon, I'll give him a little treat for that. Okay? And you notice I'm not giving him any commands because I really want him to pay attention to my body language and what I'm doing. If I'm chirping at him commands all the time, then it's easy for him to mentally fade off. This time I'm going to turn in towards him. Give him a little scratch. And this is exercising his Einstein mind. He is really, really smart, and he just spins himself out of control looking for something to do with that brain and body power. So an exercise like this is really using his brain. Eventually, I don't want to have to use the corrections because we're going to go off leash. Now, probably not in the time that he's here, but you know, he'd be a fun dog to train off leash. Now I'll go a little farther. Go a little faster. Go a little farther. Okay, I gave him a strong correction there because he's looking at me and he knows what I want, but he's just blowing me off. I've done some practice of the nonverbal communication with him, so this isn't the first time. Otherwise, I would throw a little of it in there. Good. Good boy. Good boy. See, his brain still wants to go, where are the border collies? What are they doing? Where's the Aussies? What are they doing? Where's the ducks? What are they doing? Where's the chickens? What are they doing? Where's the horses? What are they doing? I mean, his brain just goes 1,000 miles an hour. So I'm trying to slow his brain down and get him to concentrate on his handler a little bit better. Good. And I'm bringing my hand back a little bit each time because I want that to become his cue to do the automatic sit. Kind of show you what I mean. And I'm only going to do this for a few minutes because I don't want to bore him. Good. Now he's paying attention to me. Bring my hand back. There's the automatic sit. Because eventually, when he's off leash, I would just bring my hand back like that, and he would back into a sit. So that is working on an automatic sit with no verbal commands with Sunday on the slip lead harness. And now I'll give you his favorite word. Free. You're free. You're free. You're free. That he didn't take off. That's really good. Come here. Come here. Come here. Play with him a little bit, you know. It's kind of like, okay, recess. We did a little bit of school. Now we're going to do some recess. Sit. Good. Woo, I got dizzy. Good. I didn't expect this, quite frankly. Now, I'm giving him a treat every time because he's off the leash. Whee! Hey, thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Drop your questions or comments in the comment box below. And thanks again for all my 4,500 and some odd subscribers. Thank you.